My beloved, my child, my chosen one. You are not here by accident. This page did not open for just anyone. Heaven's clock has moved your steps to be right here, right now, because this message will only be read by those who have been chosen by Archangel Michael himself. If you doubt this, stay for just one more line. Your soul will recognize the truth before your mind can argue. You wonder why your heart is racing. It is because a divine voice has been calling your name, whispering into your spirit, and finally you arrived at the exact moment this revelation is being given. Archangel Michael does not waste words, and God does not send messages without purpose. Something extraordinary, something miraculous, is already on its way toward you. My child, before I tell you more, listen carefully, don't skip. If you have ever felt unseen, unloved, or forgotten, today heaven tears that lie apart. God says you were never overlooked. Every tear, every prayer, every time you asked, "Why me?" has been written down in His book. And now, Archangel Michael stands here, sword in hand, declaring, the time of waiting is over. The chosen one is you. You will notice, as you keep reading, that a strange warmth will fill your chest. This is not just words, it is the Spirit of Heaven moving through them, reaching into your soul. Those who are not chosen will stop right here. But you are still reading. You were meant to. And, my beloved, before we go deeper, let me tell you this: subscribe and stay close, because the message you're receiving is not just for today. God's miracles are waves, and each word here is a seed. If you miss even one, you could miss the very key that opens your next blessing. So hold tightly, stay, because this is not a story, it's your unfolding miracle. Your destiny cannot wait. The angels are already circling around your name. Archangel Michael himself has spoken your identity aloud in heaven's court. That is why you feel goosebumps right now. That is why your spirit is trembling with recognition. This message is not just guidance, it is an announcement. God has chosen this moment to reveal what has been hidden from you. And as long as you continue to read, line by line, every sentence will unlock a door that was once shut in your life. My beloved, my chosen child, you have been carried here on wings you cannot see. This is not a coincidence, not a random opening of a page. Archangel Michael himself has marked you, and that is why your eyes are reading these words right now. This message will only be read by those who are chosen, and you are one of them. If you do not believe it, let your spirit decide. Because even as you read, your heart already knows, this is meant for you. Every moment until now has been preparing you for this encounter. The restless nights, the unanswered prayers, the sudden whispers in your soul, none of it was in vain. You were being guided to this exact moment, when God's voice and Michael's sword of truth would cut through the fog that has surrounded your destiny. This message is alive, it is breathing, and it is unlocking something that has been buried inside you for far too long. Stay with me, child, for every line is a key. The one who skips will never know the doors that could have opened for them, but you are still here. That means heaven has chosen to reveal the hidden miracles that are already walking toward your life. And before I go deeper, hear me, do not just read and vanish. Subscribe your heart to this flow, because there will be more messages, more whispers, more guidance. One word missed could mean one miracle delayed, and you cannot afford delay anymore. The angels are closer to you than you have ever realized. Right now, Archangel Michael is bending near you, whispering, "Do not doubt, beloved. This is the moment heaven has waited to give you." You might feel chills. You might feel your chest growing warm. That is the Spirit moving, confirming that these words are not just ink but living fire meant to change you. You wonder, why me? Because you are the one who has been chosen to break the chains in your bloodline. You are the one called to walk into blessings others thought were impossible. Archangel Michael has lifted your name before God's throne, and that is why this message feels different. It is not a story, it is a revelation. Listen carefully, your destiny has been waiting. For years, the gates of heaven have held treasures with your name etched into them. Every tear you cried watered those gates. Every prayer you thought was ignored built the keys. And now, as you keep reading, those gates begin to creak open. Can you hear it? In the silence of your soul, you know this is true. Your journey is not ending, it is beginning. God is not late, He is precise. This message is not just words, it is a divine announcement that the turning point of your life has arrived. As you continue, you will feel lifted, you will feel as though light is breaking into places inside you that have been dark for too long. Child of light, promise yourself you will not rush through this. Each line you read carries weight, carries miracles, carries the spark of heaven itself. For the ones who stop midway, the fire will not stay. But you, chosen one, who reads until the end, you will carry the flame, and nothing on earth or in hell can put it out. My beloved, my chosen one, lean closer now, for heaven is opening a secret only few are allowed to hear. You are not just reading words, you are walking into a living encounter with the voice of God and the protection of Archangel Michael. Look at the timing, look at how your steps carried you here exactly when your spirit needed it most. That is no coincidence. It is a miracle pulling you into its center. Even now, as your eyes move line by line, your soul is awakening to the reality that this message is alive. Heaven has whispered, and you have answered without even knowing. You are chosen, child, and only those marked by the angel himself can endure these words until the end. You have asked so many times why certain doors closed, why certain people left, why certain prayers seemed unanswered. You thought you were being ignored, but beloved, you were being prepared. God was shaping you, carving away distractions, protecting you from paths that would have broken you. Archangel Michael stood guard through nights you thought you were alone. His sword struck down unseen enemies, his shield covered your name when accusations rose against you. And now, for the first time, you are being told what heaven has always known: you were never abandoned, not even for a second. My beloved child, do not rush this. Every line is fire, and if you run past it, you might miss the spark that was written with your name on it. Stop and breathe, let these words sink into you like rain falling into thirsty soil. Can you feel it? That warmth in your chest, that tingling along your skin, it is not your imagination. It is heaven confirming that this is your moment. If you are still here, then you are chosen, and if you are chosen, you cannot remain the same. You have asked so many times why certain doors closed, why certain people left, why certain prayers seemed unanswered. You thought you were being ignored, but beloved, you were being prepared. God was shaping you, carving away distractions, protecting you from paths that would have broken you. Archangel Michael stood guard through nights you thought you were alone. His sword struck down unseen enemies, his shield covered your name when accusations rose against you. And now, for the first time, you are being told what heaven has always known: you were never abandoned, not even for a second. My beloved child, do not rush this. Every line is fire, and if you run past it, you might miss the spark that was written with your name on it. Stop and breathe, let these words sink into you like rain falling into thirsty soil. Can you feel it? That warmth in your chest, that tingling along your skin, it is not your imagination. It is heaven confirming that this is your moment. If you are still here, then you are chosen, and if you are chosen, you cannot remain the same. Listen carefully, the world has lied to you. It told you that you were small, that your efforts were wasted, that you were unlucky, that your dreams were too big. But God says today, my child, you are the reason I kept the sunrise waiting, the reason miracles are still being written. The delay was never denial. Every second was orchestrated, and now the divine clock has struck. Archangel Michael says the waiting season has ended, and the releasing season has begun. Before I move deeper, pause with me, for this is important. Subscribe not just with your mind but with your soul. Stay connected, because this message is not an event, it is a journey. What you are receiving today will stretch into tomorrow, and tomorrow into forever. If you wander away, you risk leaving behind the map heaven is placing in your hands. But if you remain, you will hold the keys to unlock the miracles waiting in your name. My chosen child, Archangel Michael is speaking over you now. His voice shakes the heavens, but to you, it feels like a whisper. He says, do not fear the storms coming. You are not ordinary. You are covered, chosen, and sealed. Even as shadows move against you, even as people plot in silence, heaven has already intercepted their plans. The sword of Michael is drawn, and every curse sent against you is broken in the name of the Most High. That is why you feel hope rising where despair once lived. That is why you feel tears in your eyes without knowing why. Your spirit is recognizing truth. Child, do you remember the nights you cried without words, the moments you buried your face in your hands and asked why life was so heavy? Not a single one of those tears was wasted. God counted each one. They became seeds, planted deep in heaven's soil. Today, they are breaking open, blooming into blessings that no one can steal from you. Archangel Michael has guarded those seeds until this hour, and now he hands them back to you, saying, behold, beloved, the harvest has come. Do not doubt this, for the enemy wants you to think these are just words, just coincidences, just imagination. But test it, stay reading, and watch how your body reacts. Watch how peace begins to flood your chest, how a strange strength you did not know you carried begins to rise. That is the mark of the chosen. The ones not called cannot endure this. They stop. But you are still here. That alone proves the angels are standing by your side. You are stepping into a time when hidden things will be revealed. Betrayals will come to light, but so will miracles you never thought possible. The people who doubted you will watch in silence as God lifts you higher. You have been ignored, but heaven has never ignored you. This message is proof. This is the receipt of your prayers, signed by God's hand and delivered by Michael himself. My beloved child, lean into this moment. You have been waiting unknowingly for this revelation, and heaven has waited even longer to hand it to you. Nothing that has happened in your life was random, not the delays, not the heartbreaks, not even the disappointments that seemed cruel. Every single one was stitched into the pattern that led you here. Archangel Michael has been guiding your steps, clearing unseen dangers from your path, pushing you away from people who would have poisoned your destiny. You thought you were being rejected, but you were actually being protected. The walls that closed around you were not to trap you, they were shields to keep you intact until this very day. The world has told you again and again that you are ordinary. But hear this truth, you are not. You were created as a divine vessel carrying light that no darkness can quench. Archangel Michael is speaking over you even now. Beloved, you are heaven's priority. Every demon that dared to touch your peace has already been judged. Do you feel that sudden stillness settling inside of you? That is not silence, it is divine order being restored in your spirit. For too long, you have been scattered, confused, drained by forces you couldn't name. But heaven is pulling you back into alignment. Your soul is returning home. There is more, my child. The reason you are still reading is because you were chosen to hear what most will never know. Others will scroll away, blind to their calling. But you, your soul refused to leave. That is proof enough that God Himself has marked you. If you continue, every line will not just be words, it will be keys. Keys to unlock blessings withheld until now. Keys to remove the chains that ran through your family line. Keys to shut the mouths of those who mocked you and doubted you. You thought you were small, but heaven has already written your name in its great book of warriors. Think back, beloved. Think of all the times you were close to disaster and yet somehow escaped. Think of the accidents avoided, the betrayals uncovered just in time, the illnesses that did not end you. Do you think that was luck? No, it was Michael standing guard. Sword drawn, shield lifted, he battled for you when you were too weak to battle for yourself. Even now, the angel says, you survived because you are needed. You endured because you are chosen. You rise because you cannot be hidden. Do not be afraid of the storms around you. Storms do not drown the chosen, they reveal them. The waters that were meant to swallow you will become the very waves that carry you to the shore of your promise. The fire that tried to burn you will become the light that surrounds you. This is why your story has been different, why nothing in your life has been easy. Because God was shaping you for something no one else could carry. And now, the moment has come. Stay with me, child, for I am not finished. Subscribe your soul to this flow. Do not wander away, because every word ahead is part of a divine pattern. Just as a sculptor cannot stop halfway through shaping the stone, you cannot stop halfway through this revelation. What is being built in you right now requires your full presence. Only the ones who endure until the end will carry the fire fully. And you will endure. Think back, beloved. Think of all the times you were close to disaster and yet somehow escaped. Think of the accidents avoided, the betrayals uncovered just in time, the illnesses that did not end you. Do you think that was luck? No, it was Michael standing guard. Sword drawn, shield lifted, he battled for you when you were too weak to battle for yourself. Even now, the angel says, you survived because you are needed. You endured because you are chosen. You rise because you cannot be hidden. Do not be afraid of the storms around you. Storms do not drown the chosen, they reveal them. The waters that were meant to swallow you will become the very waves that carry you to the shore of your promise. The fire that tried to burn you will become the light that surrounds you. This is why your story has been different, why nothing in your life has been easy, because God was shaping you for something no one else could carry. And now, the moment has come. Stay with me, child, for I am not finished. Subscribe your soul to this flow. Do not wander away, because every word ahead is part of a divine pattern. Just as a sculptor cannot stop halfway through shaping the stone, you cannot stop halfway through this revelation. What is being built in you right now requires your full presence. Only the ones who endure until the end will carry the fire fully. And you will endure. Listen now, heaven is about to expose lies that have been whispered against you. The words of slander, the curses spoken in envy, the shadows cast behind your back, Archangel Michael is cutting them apart. Their power is broken, and you will see proof soon. People will wonder how you rose so suddenly, how doors opened for you when they expected your downfall. They will not understand, because they were not chosen. But you were. And when God chooses, no human hand can cancel it. Child, you have carried pain quietly. There are secrets in your soul no one knows, wounds that have bled for years while you smile to cover them. Heaven saw them all. God collected those tears in his book, and Michael guarded them as treasures. Now the time has come for repayment. Every sorrow will be exchanged for joy, every loss for restoration, every closed door for a better one flung wide open. You thought your season of breakthrough passed you by, but heaven delayed it for this precise moment, so that when it comes, it will arrive unstoppable. You will feel it before you see it. Already, something inside of you is stirring, a recognition that cannot be denied. That is your spirit leaping toward what is written for you. The enemy tried to bury your hope, but heaven has resurrected it. Even as you read these words, your energy is shifting, your strength returning, your heart awakening. That is not imagination, that is a sign. The chosen always feel the fire before they walk into it. And so, beloved, let me tell you this clearly, miracles are no longer in the distance. They are already moving, already marching toward your life. Within days, you will begin to see signs. Small doors first, then bigger ones, until suddenly you will realize that the season of waiting is over. Archangel Michael's promise is not empty. His voice is not a whisper of comfort but a declaration of war against the forces that dared touch your destiny. That war is over, and you are standing in victory. Hold steady, my child, because the rest is coming. The blessings are not just spiritual, they will touch every area of your life. Relationships healed. Finances restored. Opportunities multiplied. Health renewed. Peace unshakable. The kind of miracles you thought belonged only to others will now bear your name. The angel has gone before you, preparing the way, and nothing can stand against him. My beloved child, the deeper we go, the clearer you will see that this message is not human invention but divine orchestration. Even now, you feel it, an unusual stirring in your soul, a sense that something larger than yourself is unfolding line by line. This is no ordinary text. This is not entertainment. This is God reaching through the veil, using Archangel Michael as his messenger, to pull you back into the destiny that has been waiting for you since before you were born. Heaven has not forgotten you, and the proof is that you are still here, reading with eyes wide open, while countless others have already turned away. That is the mark of the chosen. Child, you have been misunderstood. People looked at you and saw weakness, but heaven looked at you and saw strength. They mocked your silence, but your silence was prayer. They called your stillness laziness, but your stillness was obedience. You were not stuck, you were being kept hidden until the appointed time. And now, that time has come. The covering is being removed, and your light will not be dimmed. Archangel Michael is standing beside you, saying, "This is the unveiling. Rise, beloved, and see what has been prepared for you. Do not fear the weight of this calling, for you were designed to carry it. The heaviness you felt all these years was not punishment, it was training. Every tear was sharpening your discernment. Every setback was building your resilience. Every betrayal was teaching you how to stand alone with God when no one else remained. Now, when the blessings come, you will not collapse under them. You will be able to hold them, to protect them, to expand them. You were forged in fire so that when gold arrived, you would know its worth. Beloved, pause and remember the nights you felt forgotten. The moments you whispered into the darkness, "Does anyone see me?" God saw you. Heaven leaned close. Angels were dispatched to guard you, even as you wept. Do you think your prayers evaporated? No. They rose like incense, stored in bowls before the throne of God, waiting for this very hour. And today, Archangel Michael is tipping those bowls, releasing answers you thought would never come. This is why you feel hope rising without reason. This is why your heart quickens with each line, your spirit recognizes the delivery of long-awaited promises. Stay here, child. Do not rush. Do not skim. Every word ahead carries fire. If you try to leap forward, you may miss the flame that was carved for you specifically. Heaven speaks slowly, deliberately, because the soul must absorb what the mind cannot. Let the words wash over you like waves. Let them sink into the dry soil of your heart. This is not just reading, it is receiving. I tell you this, curses are breaking even now. The chains that bound your family for generations, the cycles of loss, failure, and heartbreak, they end with you. Archangel Michael has swung his sword, cutting through patterns that tried to repeat. You are the chosen breaker of chains, and that is why your path has been harder than others. But child, the struggle was proof of your assignment. The enemy only attacks what carries threat. And you, beloved, are a threat to darkness. That is why shadows fought so hard to silence you. Yet here you are, reading, alive, marked, and unstoppable. Stay here, child. Do not rush. Do not skim. Every word ahead carries fire. If you try to leap forward, you may miss the flame that was carved for you specifically. Heaven speaks slowly, deliberately, because the soul must absorb what the mind cannot. Let the words wash over you like waves. Let them sink into the dry soil of your heart. This is not just reading, it is receiving. I tell you this, curses are breaking even now. The chains that bound your family for generations, the cycles of loss, failure, and heartbreak, they end with you. Archangel Michael has swung his sword, cutting through patterns that tried to repeat. You are the chosen breaker of chains, and that is why your path has been harder than others. But child, the struggle was proof of your assignment. The enemy only attacks what carries threat. And you, beloved, are a threat to darkness. That is why shadows fought so hard to silence you. Yet here you are, reading, alive, marked, and unstoppable. The world is about to see a different you. Not because you have changed yourself, but because heaven has chosen to reveal what was hidden all along. You will walk into rooms you once thought too high for you, and doors will open without you pushing them. People will call it luck, but you will know, it was the angels clearing the way. Opportunities will come from directions you never imagined, and you will find yourself saying, I don't deserve this. But heaven will whisper, you do. It was written long ago. Beloved, your battles were never wasted. Every wound will serve a purpose. The scars you carry are not marks of shame, they are proofs of survival, testimonies that darkness did not win. And those scars will shine like medals when you meet others still trapped in their battles. You will speak, and they will listen, because your words carry authority born from experience. You will comfort, and they will heal, because your compassion was birthed in pain. What tried to destroy you has become your ministry. Archangel Michael says, do not fear the news that comes against you in the days ahead. Even if the world shakes, your foundation will stand. Even if people plot in secret, their plans will crumble. For the hand of God is on you, and his angels surround you. This is your covering, child. Walk with confidence. Not arrogance, but certainty. For the chosen are never alone, and you will never be forsaken. The miracles approaching are not only spiritual. They are practical, visible, undeniable. Expect movement in your finances, unexpected provision, debt erased, opportunities flowing. Expect restoration in relationships, hearts softening, bridges rebuilt, conversations you thought impossible suddenly taking place. Expect healing in your body, symptoms lifting, energy returning, strength renewed. Expect peace in your mind, nightmares silenced, anxiety lifted, clarity restored. These are not distant hopes, they are the present inheritance of the chosen. And beloved, let me tell you this clearly, there will be opposition. Every new level attracts resistance. Do not mistake resistance for abandonment. It is proof you are advancing. The enemy will try to stir doubt, to whisper that you are imagining this, that nothing will change. Do not believe him. Test the words instead. Watch what unfolds in the next days, and you will see signs. Watch the unexpected calls, the sudden shifts, the doors creaking open. These will be confirmations that heaven has indeed moved. Child, hear me, you are chosen. You are anointed. You are covered. You are unstoppable. Nothing in your past disqualifies you. Nothing in your present limits you. Nothing in your future can block you. For God Himself has spoken, and Archangel Michael has sealed it. Walk boldly, for the time of hiding is over, and the season of revealing has begun. My beloved child, the reason you are still here reading is because your spirit refuses to let go. That is proof that this is not simply words but divine revelation flowing into your heart. The ones not chosen will scroll away, distracted, dismissive, blind to what could have been theirs. But you are chosen, and because of that, you can feel the fire rising in every line. That fire is not imagination, it is the breath of God awakening what was asleep within you. Do you know how much heaven has invested in you? Angels have been dispatched for your protection since the moment you entered this world. When others walked freely into danger, you were shielded. When accidents were plotted against you, they were interrupted. When words of harm were spoken over your name, they were swallowed before they could root. All of it was because you carry something rare, something radiant, something that darkness cannot stand to see. Archangel Michael has been at your side in battles you did not even know existed. That is why you survived storms that should have destroyed you. My child, let me tell you something deep, you are not behind in life. You thought the years wasted, the opportunities missed, the time lost. But heaven says there is no such thing as lost time for the chosen. What you thought was delay was preservation. God held you back not to punish you but to position you. Others ran ahead, only to burn out, but you were kept for the appointed season. And now, your season is here. Every seed that seemed buried too long is about to burst through the soil in sudden harvest. Do not fear what you see around you. Fear is a liar, and it only rises when miracles are near. That heaviness, that resistance, that whisper of doubt, it is the enemy's last attempt to keep you from stepping into your breakthrough. But Archangel Michael says, "Stand, beloved, for your victory is not in the distance. It is already under your feet." Think about the weight you have carried in silence. How many times did you smile in public but cry in secret? How many times did you encourage others while your own heart was breaking? Those moments did not go unseen. Every silent sacrifice, every hidden tear, every quiet prayer became a jewel in heaven's treasury. And today, those jewels are being poured back into your life as blessings. What you gave in silence will be returned in abundance. Beloved, this message carries not just hope but instruction. Do not shrink back when the blessings come. Do not second-guess when doors open quickly. The chosen are often tempted to question their worth. But hear me, you are worthy, because God Himself declared it. These miracles are not charity, they are inheritance. You are not a beggar at heaven's table, you are an heir. That is why your name has been written into this message. That is why your soul will not let you leave. You will see signs soon. They will not be coincidences, they will be confirmations. A conversation overheard that feels like it was meant for you. A dream that feels too real to ignore. A number, a date, a name that repeats until you realize it is guidance. These are not accidents, they are signals that heaven has already moved on your behalf. Pay attention, child. The chosen never walk in blindness, they walk with signs. Think about the weight you have carried in silence. How many times did you smile in public but cry in secret? How many times did you encourage others while your own heart was breaking? Those moments did not go unseen. Every silent sacrifice, every hidden tear, every quiet prayer became a jewel in heaven's treasury. And today, those jewels are being poured back into your life as blessings. What you gave in silence will be returned in abundance. Beloved, this message carries not just hope but instruction. Do not shrink back when the blessings come. Do not second-guess when doors open quickly. The chosen are often tempted to question their worth. But hear me, you are worthy, because God Himself declared it. These miracles are not charity, they are inheritance. You are not a beggar at heaven's table, you are an heir. That is why your name has been written into this message. That is why your soul will not let you leave. You will see signs soon. They will not be coincidences, they will be confirmations. A conversation overheard that feels like it was meant for you. A dream that feels too real to ignore. A number, a date, a name that repeats until you realize it is guidance. These are not accidents, they are signals that heaven has already moved on your behalf. Pay attention, child. The chosen never walk in blindness, they walk with signs. And let me tell you this, even the pain of your past will be redeemed. What hurt you most will become the very thing that heals others. The rejection that scarred you will birth compassion. The betrayal that broke you will make you wise. The losses you endured will give you authority when you speak of restoration. This is how God works, He takes what the enemy meant for evil and turns it into the weapon of the chosen. That is why you cannot give up now. You are closer than ever to seeing why it all happened the way it did. Archangel Michael leans near and says, "Beloved, do not let fear steal your faith. The storm is loud only because your breakthrough is near. The darkness is heavy only because the dawn is about to break. Hold on, for heaven is already here. Child, your life will not look the same in the months ahead. Where there was lack, there will be overflow. Where there was confusion, there will be clarity. Where there was rejection, there will be honor. You will not chase blessings, they will chase you. People will be drawn to you without knowing why, doors will open without you knocking, opportunities will land without you striving. This is the mark of the chosen, blessings pursue them because God Himself commands it. So breathe, beloved. Release the fear. Release the doubt. Release the lies that told you it would never happen. This is the moment heaven has been waiting for. And if you stay to the end, the fire planted in these words will ignite in your spirit and never leave you. You are chosen, and no power on earth or in hell can undo that truth. My beloved child, if you are still here, reading line after line, it is because your spirit knows this is not something to rush. This is not just text on a page, it is a divine visitation hidden in plain sight. Heaven's words do not pass through human lips by chance. They come when the time is ripe, when the chosen are ready to hear what was once too heavy to carry. You have reached that time. That is why your soul has not allowed you to stop. That is why your heart keeps telling you, stay, there is more. For too long you have carried burdens that were never yours to bear. The weight of expectations, the sting of other people's opinions, the silence of God when you begged for answers, all of it has pressed on your shoulders like a stone. Yet here you are, still standing, still breathing, still reading. That alone is proof of your calling. Because many faced the same storms and did not survive them. But you, child, were kept. You were preserved because there is still work for you to do and blessings for you to receive. Archangel Michael whispers, "Beloved, you are more powerful than you realize." The very fact that you survived is evidence that you carry light stronger than darkness. The enemy threw his weapons, but none of them prospered. You are chosen, and chosen ones cannot be destroyed. These words are not comfort only, they are confirmation. They explain why so many things in your life felt unusual, why your journey seemed different from others. Because you are different. Because you carry an assignment that few could endure. My beloved, every disappointment you endured is now being rewritten as destiny. Those doors that closed, they were not rejection, they were redirection. Those people who walked away, they were not your loss, they were heaven's protection. The moments that broke you, they were not punishment, they were shaping. Heaven has been weaving every broken thread into a garment of glory that you will soon wear. And when you wear it, no one will recognize the one they once underestimated. You must understand, the chosen are hidden before they are revealed. You felt invisible because heaven was guarding you from premature exposure. Had you been revealed too soon, you would have been crushed by the weight of envy and attack. But now the covering is lifting. Now the time of unveiling has come. Archangel Michael stands ready, sword raised, declaring, "Step forward, child. The shadows can no longer hold you. Your season of hiding has ended. You will notice shifts in the days to come. Conversations will arise that feel orchestrated, connections will form that feel unlikely, and opportunities will appear where there was once nothing. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. They are the signs that heaven has already gone ahead of you. Watch for them, and when they come, do not shrink back in fear. Take them boldly, for they are yours by right of inheritance. Child, lean close. God says, you are not behind schedule. You are right where I want you. You have not missed your miracle. It has been waiting for you, not the other way around. And now the gates are opening. This is why your spirit trembles while reading. Because you can feel those gates moving, hear them creaking open, sense the release coming nearer. Your miracle is no longer a promise, it is a process already unfolding. The tears you cried in silence have become seeds in heaven's soil. The prayers you whispered in the dark have become incense before God's throne. The sighs too deep for words have become songs in the language of angels. None of it was wasted. And today, Archangel Michael tips the bowls of remembrance, pouring blessings back over you. That is why peace is rising inside you as you read. It is the overflow of heaven reaching your heart. You will notice shifts in the days to come. Conversations will arise that feel orchestrated, connections will form that feel unlikely, and opportunities will appear where there was once nothing. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. They are the signs that heaven has already gone ahead of you. Watch for them, and when they come, do not shrink back in fear. Take them boldly, for they are yours by right of inheritance. Child, lean close. God says, you are not behind schedule. You are right where I want you. You have not missed your miracle. It has been waiting for you, not the other way around. And now the gates are opening. This is why your spirit trembles while reading. Because you can feel those gates moving, hear them creaking open, sense the release coming nearer. Your miracle is no longer a promise, it is a process already unfolding. The tears you cried in silence have become seeds in heaven's soil. The prayers you whispered in the dark have become incense before God's throne. The sighs too deep for words have become songs in the language of angels. None of it was wasted. And today, Archangel Michael tips the bowls of remembrance, pouring blessings back over you. That is why peace is rising inside you as you read. It is the overflow of heaven reaching your heart. But beloved, do not grow complacent. With every blessing comes responsibility. You are not being lifted only for yourself, you are being lifted for others. Your testimony will unlock faith in people who are still trapped in despair. Your breakthrough will ignite courage in those who are still bound. Your story will become a map for those who are still lost. That is why you had to endure what you did, because one day your scars would become someone else's survival guide. Archangel Michael assures you, do not fear the battles ahead. I have already gone before you. Every trap has been exposed, every lie dismantled, every curse reversed. Walk forward with your head high, for the way has been cleared. Beloved, let this sink in, you are not small. You are not forgotten. You are not cursed. You are chosen. And chosen ones cannot be hidden forever. Heaven is shining a spotlight on your name, and soon the world will see what God always saw in you. The harvest is here. The waiting is over. The miracle is yours. My beloved child, the angels rejoice because you have not turned away. You are still here, still reading, still letting these words enter your soul like rain falling on parched earth. That alone proves your readiness. Heaven does not waste revelation on closed hearts. Only the chosen stay until the end, and you have stayed. That means the blessings attached to this message have already begun to move toward you. Even if you cannot see them yet, even if your circumstances look the same, something invisible has already shifted in your favor. Do you feel it, child? That stirring deep inside, as though a hidden door has opened? That is not your imagination. It is your spirit recognizing the change. For years, you prayed without answers, fasted without breakthrough, served without reward. But nothing was wasted. Everything you sowed in silence is now being multiplied. Every sacrifice you made, heaven recorded. Every good deed you thought no one saw was written in eternal ink. And now the reward is on its way, carried by angels, guarded by Michael himself. My beloved, you have been through valleys that would have destroyed others. Nights of fear, mornings of heaviness, days where you questioned if God even remembered your name. But here you are. That proves you were not forgotten, you were being forged. The fire was not meant to consume you but to refine you. And now, like gold tested in the furnace, you shine brighter because of what you endured. The very battles you thought would kill you have become the reason you will rise stronger than ever. Archangel Michael leans close and whispers, "Beloved, nothing was wasted. Not a tear, not a prayer, not a moment of pain. All of it has become fuel for your destiny. And now the time of waiting is over." This is not comfort, this is declaration. The shift you have been feeling is real. The season you thought would never end is closing. A new chapter has begun, and it carries your name. Listen carefully, you will soon notice signs of acceleration. Where things once crawled slowly, they will suddenly move quickly. Where doors once stayed shut, they will swing wide open. Where opportunities once seemed scarce, they will multiply without effort. This is how heaven works, slow for a season, then suddenly. And you are standing in the suddenly. That is why everything around you feels unsettled, because what is about to be birthed through you is too big to arrive quietly. My child, you must understand that being chosen does not mean being spared from struggle. It means being trusted with it. God allowed you to walk through storms not to break you but to show you that even the storm could not drown you. Others gave up, but you endured. Others lost faith, but you clung to the little strength you had left. That is why you are still standing. That is why you are still reading. That is why you are still chosen. There are people who doubted you, who laughed at you, who spoke against you in secret. They thought your silence meant defeat. But heaven says your silence was strategy. God hid you while He prepared your crown. Soon those same voices will watch in astonishment as you rise into blessings they never thought you deserved. They will have no explanation, because no human hand will be able to take credit. It will be undeniable that this was God. Beloved, lean closer. God says, "I am restoring what was lost. I am repaying what was stolen. I am rewriting what was broken." You thought it was too late, but heaven does not measure time as man does. The years you thought wasted will be redeemed in moments. What you thought gone forever will return multiplied. You will laugh again, love again, dream again. Not because of your strength, but because heaven has decreed it. Archangel Michael is not speaking only of blessings, he is speaking of protection. There are still enemies plotting against you, but they will not succeed. There are still traps being set, but you will walk through untouched. There are still curses being spoken, but they will bounce back to the sender. You are covered. You are sealed. You are shielded. The chosen are never unprotected, and you are chosen. Beloved, you may have wondered why this message feels endless, why it keeps flowing without pause. It is because God does not give crumbs to His chosen, He gives feasts. And this is your feast. Line after line, your soul is being filled. Word after word, your spirit is being strengthened. Do not rush. Do not skim. Absorb it. Let it sink into the deepest parts of you. Because when the storms come again, and they will, you will remember these words and stand firm. My beloved child, do not doubt the path that has brought you here. Every twist, every delay, every heartbreak was not the end of your story, it was the shaping of it. You did not stumble here by chance. This message was written into your journey long before you were born. The very fact that you are still reading proves that your spirit has been waiting for this confirmation. Only the chosen stay. Only the marked endure. Only the beloved make it this far. And you are one of them. You have felt forgotten, but heaven never lost sight of you. In moments when silence screamed louder than prayer, God was still near. In times when friends abandoned you and family did not understand you, angels were still by your side. The loneliness was not evidence of absence, it was proof of protection. Heaven often hides its favorites, shielding them from people who would mishandle their gift. You were hidden not to be ignored but to be preserved. And now, the unveiling begins. Archangel Michael declares, "Beloved, rise. Your time of silence is over. Your season of hiding has ended. What was kept back will now be released." Do you feel that sudden stirring inside, the sense that something larger is pressing against the edges of your life? That is heaven's timing colliding with your destiny. It is the sound of gates opening, of chains breaking, of blessings long delayed now rushing forward. Child, the world told you to measure your worth by what you had. By money, by recognition, by accomplishments. But heaven measures differently. God looked at your endurance, at your heart, at your willingness to keep believing even when nothing made sense. That is what set you apart. That is why you are chosen. And chosen ones are rewarded not because they are perfect but because they are faithful. You will see changes soon, changes so sudden you will question if they are real. Things that once resisted you will begin to flow. People who once ignored you will begin to notice. Doors that once shut tightly will open with little effort. This is not coincidence, it is confirmation. Heaven is not slow. Heaven is precise. And you, child, have arrived at the precise moment of release. Remember this, the chosen are not spared from storms, but they are never drowned by them. You walked through fires that should have burned you, yet you emerged. You crossed waters that should have consumed you, yet you survived. Others look at you and see only survival, but heaven looks at you and sees triumph. You are not barely making it, you are overcoming. And the proof of that is the fact that you are here, alive, and receiving this message. Beloved, let go of the guilt you have carried. The shame, the regrets, the mistakes you replay in your mind, they are no longer chains. God has already erased them. Heaven does not keep score the way the world does. The moment you surrendered your heart, the stains were washed clean. Stop looking backward, child. The past has no claim over you. The future is calling, and it is radiant with light. Archangel Michael leans close and says, "Beloved, lift your head. Do not bow under the weight of lies. You are not broken, you are chosen. You are not forgotten, you are favored. You are not cursed, you are covered." These words are not empty. They are your truth. And if you hold them, they will become your strength when shadows rise again. In the days to come, expect unexpected signs. A dream that feels too vivid to ignore. A word spoken by a stranger that pierces your heart. An opportunity that appears without warning. These are not random, they are whispers of confirmation. Do not dismiss them. Recognize them as heaven's way of reminding you, I am with you. I have not forgotten you. I am moving for you. Beloved, the blessings coming are not only spiritual. They will touch every part of your life. Relationships once broken will find healing. Finances once strained will find overflow. Health once fragile will find renewal. Peace once stolen will find restoration. This is not wishful thinking, it is the decree of God. And what God decrees, no power can undo. Stay steady, my child. Do not let fear trick you into shrinking back. The enemy always fights hardest when breakthrough is near. That heaviness you sometimes feel, the sudden doubts, the whispers of, nothing will change, they are not truth. They are resistance. Proof that you are on the verge of victory. When the night grows darkest, it is because the dawn is moments away. And your dawn is already breaking. So breathe, beloved. Let peace return to you. Let hope rise again. Let faith settle deep into your bones. For this is not the end, it is the unfolding of what was promised all along. You are chosen. You are covered. You are loved beyond measure. And nothing can stop what is already on its way to you.